Ayodeji, Domimiri. Stop it now. Wait,
I'm ashamed. Oh my God, I don't know this guy. I'm ashamed.
Yeah. Say it.
But why are you looking so surprised and opening your mouth again? You already know that I like food, right? Hi everyone. Welcome to another episode of Just With Me Day Foodie We Get Sent. Thank you guys. Thank you for your feedback, for your love, for your comments. Hey, what I have refused to open. Thank you so much for always supporting. Oh, Jesus. I'm just going to wait for some minutes. Anyway, thank you so much for always supporting me. I do not take your support for granted, really. For always engaging on the post and subscribing and following our shows. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Today, I'm eating Efo Legacy and Inyo. This food used to be my favorite food actually. But I guess I grew tired of eating it. And why is it so far away? What's happening? So, anyway, like I said, it used to be my favorite food, but I guess I grew tired of it. So today, what we're going to be talking about today's show is going to take a different turn, but a very interesting turn. Today we're going to be talking about culture. We're going to be talking about culture. So let me tell you what I feel about culture. I think that culture can be weird, funny, interesting, dynamic, awesome, really. Personally, I think that, like every other thing in the world, we should always critically assess things, right? Think about the good side. For every single thing we have on earth, there are good sides to it and there are bad sides. So it now depends on you, your judgment, to take away those things that are good and throw away those things that are bad. The same thing applies to culture. As a feminist, I get very, very, very angry at some of the cultural practices that we have in my culture, right, in my tribe, because they are very, very limiting. They put women as second class, as less to men. There is a lot that, culture just it limits women a lot. As a matter of fact, you would say that it is like the culture is against women. But there are also really, really interesting part of our culture, like the food. But only like we all love food a lot. Like the food, our mode of dressing. There was a lot that interests me about our culture actually. But today, I'm not going to be doing the talking about the culture. See, I'm excited to bring somebody on this show, but one thing that I'm not excited about is that I have to share my food, right? This thing is not even enough for me to eat. You know now. Anyway, I'm not gonna be doing the talking on some of our cultural practices, some of the things that I find interesting. I'm not gonna be doing it alone. And today we have our first guest appearance. This person happens to come from my own tribe as well. So if he's lying, if he says something wrong, if he makes a mistake, trust me, I don't need to check Google because you know what I mean? It's in my head, it's plenty in my head. So today I'm gonna introduce you guys to he's the closest friend I have. So come on, sit down. I'm not happy that you're going to eat my food, so just do normal. So guys, this is Ayodeji, but I'm going to leave him to introduce himself to you. But you already know me. My name is Olamide Olabimpe Olayiwola. I'm not sure I mentioned it before. Could you please open this water? It does refuse to open. Mind you, it's not this gentle because it's in front of camera now. It's forming Brazil. But anyways, this is Ayo, and tell us about yourself.
Well,
my food.
Thanks for having me on on your show, Just With Me Day Foodie We Get Sense. My name is Ayodeji John Faneye. and I'm from Ogun State, but I've lived my life. Uh, yeah, all aspect of my life has been in Lagos, and so you could call me a Lagosian as well. And I'm currently rounding up with my master's degree here in Germany, and yeah, that's about and the summary of me.
Okay, first off, are you going to eat or not?
Maybe not yet.
Why? You're on a show
Because
with somebody?
yeah, because I choose not to short your ration.
Well, don't call me to a bad person. I'm not a bad person in real life. In real life,
Okay.
I'm not a bad person in real life.
Okay.
This boy was talking to a bad person in front of me before. Eat.
I
Thank you very
shouldn't.
much. Yes,
Okay.
eat.
No, as a guest, if you want to honor me as your guest, you should not tell me to, because I cannot go into your kitchen to take food. So you should at least welcome me as a guest.
You're a guest on my show, but you're not guest in real life. So let's assume that this is real life. So take food.
Okay, but even in real life, you want me to just overwhelm and overshadow your kitchen. Look at it. You even put it at the other hand. How will I get there?
Because deep down, maybe I don't want you to eat it.
You see, I'm helping a condition. I'm helping your condition.
But my hands are dirty, so you have to help yourself. It's a buffet.
Okay.
And so I will just give you this.
Thank you.
Okay, so Ayo.
Yep.
It's safe for me to call you Yoruba, right?
It's safe to call me
a Yoruba person.
No, you could call me German. I'm a full-fledged German. So
okay, for the purpose of this show,
yeah,
I will remind you that you are Yoruba in case you forgot that.
Okay.
And so tell me, what exactly what exactly interests you about our culture? You can eat though. Don't tell me to bad person. No, eat though.
What interests me about
the Yoruba culture
or being Yoruba?
Yeah. What are the interesting things you think that we do? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, I would say one of the thrilling things I grew into as a Yoruba person is the fact that you greet. Like greetings, like all forms of greetings. If it's the good morning, if it's the good afternoon, if it's the good night, if it's the greeting in appreciation, if it's the greetings in form of the Yorubas ekabo, ekwe womo, name it. So I think I like the fact that we're able to greet ourselves, and not just the greetings, but what comes, how the feeling that it gives the feeling of proximity to another person, a feeling of warmth with another person.
Okay. Now, my question then would be, is it the fact that we greet ourselves verbally, or the mode of greeting? Like, for example, we just so happen to belong to the same tribe, so I know some of the things he's talking about. If my guest were to be an, I don't know, Indian, for example, this is how I'll be looking at you people, we're looking at ourselves like this.
Come and join me, guest. Oh, I'm the guest, right? Okay, come and join me, viewers.
Yupo. Don't think that he has behavior because he's telling you to come in. But it's not like
the world knows you, and the world knows me.
He does not have behavior. I have behavior, really. So in our culture, the lady kneels to greet. If you're greeting somebody older than you are, you kneel to greet, and the guy prostrates. Like you literally touch the ground with your chest, right? As a guy. So what is it that you like? Is it the fact that we greet ourselves verbally, or the mode of greeting?
The fact that we greet ourselves verbally. But I think it's not complete without a mode. Someone says, if we live our lives without laws, we are like savages. So the beauty of the greeting is not just the good morning, or in Yoruba, ekaro. And this is why by default, the Yorubas have we didn't learn it. It just flew or developed in us. Even when you're speaking with someone on the phone, you say good morning and you still bend. So it's not complete when you say the good morning. So it's not the good morning, it's not the ekaro that is the this thing. It's the fact that it has shaped us. So we are not like savages, we are not like robots doing it. It flows normally. It flows normally. Yeah. That one of my first cultural shock in Germany is actually in the aspect of greetings. Now, it's normal for you to have a professor or a boss who did something that you would term nice, like nice, maybe because of where we're coming from, the Nigerian setup, and so they do these things that to you is very nice and wow, like your professor, for instance, calling you to say, oh, you've not submitted this or this and that, or you call him, oh, I cannot meet up with a deadline, can I get another deadline? These are things that maybe the Nigerian settings does not permit and does not allow, and a professor does that, and you're like, oh, thank you so much and all of that. Like, I've been tempted to say God bless you to professors, and it's not a big deal, right? But they look at you like, okay, like what are you doing exactly? They understand if you say maybe thank you and all of that, but those kind of thank you, like, oh, thank you so much.
You almost do this.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm even
Thank you
moving
so
as I'm
much.
saying thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
so this was one of the shock I experienced in Germany. Like in here, like nobody needs this detail, prostration, nailing and all of that. Just thank you and move on. Yeah.
I think that another thing with the respect thing for me, I've been in Germany. I mean, next month I'll be 3 years in Germany.
You ain't no baby no more. Well, I'm over 3 years already.
I should stone you.
Just to create a distinction. I'm over 3 years.
I should stone you. Okay. I mean, next month I will be 3 years in Germany, and I've still not internalized calling people by their first names. So my professor, a very, very, very awesome professor, a very, very nice man, she keeps telling me, hey, Mide, whenever I write her emails, I'll be like, dear professor, dear professor, dear professor. And then at the end of the email, I'm like, thank you very much for all you do. Because this is just how I'm wired, right? And my professor would be like, you see, I'm still saying my professor. She wants me to call her by her first name, and she'll be like, okay, Mide, it's okay to call me this. It's okay for you to call me. Please, when you call me professor, I feel
like I'm hold.
Like we're being official with ourselves. Can we just be like unofficial? Like, she tells me this over and over, and sometimes I'll be like, okay, dear, I call her by her first name. And then at the end of the email, I'll be like, thank you very much, professor. Because I don't know.
It's like it's wired into us.
In my head, yeah. A part of me still feel like, is this a trap? Is this a trap to get zero? Is this a trap to fail?
Am I being rude?
Because it's very unusual in Nigeria for you to do stuff like this. It's very. I'm not even talking about our culture alone, like our tribe.
Yeah,
in Nigeria, it is very unusual for you. You have to say sir, you have to say ma, you have to say professor, you have to say doctor, you have to be just know your game. Like, know that I'm a professor and call me a professor.
Give honor to whom
honor is due. That's just it. If you're Nigerian, you can also share your experience in the comment section. You if you're not Nigerian, you'll be shocked to see the comments of people, like when they give their own experiences about how, this cultural shock thing, especially when they move to the West, it is very, very different from where we're coming from. So what other thing interests you about our culture? Hey, Baba, I've lost. Hey,
yeah,
you say that 3 years in Germany, 3 years. Yeah, I forgot. There is something that we say that the tobacco gorison. You know what? It doesn't even know. Now, strip that forgets whatever it is that is. But don't worry, we'll get to that section.
Okay, yeah. Some tasty meals.
Like the one you're eating. Say it.
You want me to say it, right? Yeah, like some tasty meals, like when you eat a 40 roll like this.
This is not a 40 roll.
Okay, when you eat a very Okay, I'm just saying the egusi now.
This boy.
It's more efforized than egusirized, so that's what I thought. Like, okay, yeah, the tasty meals, and I just remember them. Like, we're going. So I mean, these are some of the, yesterday we were still saying, like, apart from the one African restaurant, Nigerian restaurant, we do not really have a whole lot of them on this side. Likewise, restaurant. Personally, I do not know any Nigerian restaurant. We only know African restaurant and all. So the tasty meals, like, I use tasty, not the delicious tasty, because I mean, then it's different from the pasta. It's different from the the pizza and all of those kebab. Like, it has, you're eating the, I don't know, feeling some natural down taste and all when you eat the wagon, when you eat the wedus and the ila. So yeah, the culture. I mean, the food aspect of the Yoruba culture is something I really enjoy. I miss the sight of when you do amala, black amala, and then not just like wrap it, you now press the middle,
And
you press the
put
middle, you now put
amala.
the ewedu and the gbegiri, or
Yeah,
even
yeah.
if it's ewedu alone in the midst of it, and then
But you know that this is like the one time that you're eating swallow with your fingers.
well, I to be quite honest, before this video, I wasn't going to do this. Like, it's more work for me right now.
Wait. Guys, let me tell you something. Ideally, this is how you eat swallow in my culture. Like, you use your fingers and then you pick like this. You see the way I've been doing it. You wrap like this and then you put it and you swallow it. This is how it's done. But people like him, I don't know where they're from. They carry spoon, spoon and fork. They eat swallow with. But I could never. Like, it will not enter. I will.
Yeah. I think the point is just so for me now.
I had to tell you before the show that they're not born you were. You will use hand to eat this food.
I mean, that's the beauty of it, really. Yeah, but for me now, at times, maybe those are some attribute that shows that we are living the culture already. I don't know. But the fact that I'm thinking of, okay, now, what if I have to go and quickly hold my phone? I have to quickly write. Then I have to think about, I have to wash my hands and all of that. So I would have preferred using the fork and then.
So it's your laziness that is not making you.
Call it laziness.
Give me one thing then you feel like disinterests you.
With my culture. To be quite honest, yeah, I don't know. What do I not like about Yoruba? Party. Yes, party. The party mentality of the Yoruba people. No.
Okay. Let me elaborate on that, because you might be lost. Okay, so in Yoruba land, it's like for every single thing you do, you need to celebrate it. You need to celebrate. We spend lots of money. There is a thing we call owambe. It means party. It's just like you partying all day. It could even be all week long. If somebody dies, like in the family, you're supposed to celebrate. Like, of course, an old person, an elderly person, you're supposed to celebrate it in grand style. If you're getting married, oh my God, in grand style, you have to celebrate it. If you're doing your birthday, you have to celebrate it. Like, this is something that is very, very peculiar. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Naming ceremony,
graduation,
yes.
Matriculation. Then
typically,
like, it's like Yoruba looks for opportunity to celebrate.
So what is it that you don't like about? What's the big deal about partying?
Most of the time, I feel like it's always overrated. The things we claim to be celebrating. I'm not against celebration. No. We should celebrate and all, but at times I feel the things we celebrate are overrated. At times I feel like
we're blowing things out of proportion.
Yeah, and I feel even the times we could celebrate, we could actually make it. There are times maybe I've also witnessed that very well here. The parlor party, the room party, and
Okay, your problem is not partying. Your the problem you have with the party thing is how elaborate it is.
No, party and how elaborate it is. What do I mean? A party, because there are some things that should not warrant a party.
Like?
Excuse me. I don't know. I don't want to call any particular thing. I cannot tell you if you have just gained admission into the university. I can't tell you not to throw a party, even though I was like, okay, really.
Why
let him go.
But you cannot tell any other person.
Yeah, because I feel that to the person, I don't know, you've written Jambo Y for 5 years and I don't know. It matters a whole lot for you to do it. But remotely, I feel like really matric, and so I don't want to mention, so I don't want to offend people.
Okay.
Okay,
I get
So,
that.
but now, so that's why I said party. The second part is the being elaborate. Okay, so you want to do the party now. I usually tell my mom something, and it's that many, and this is typical of Yoruba. I don't know if you're Igbo or also maybe you would know that many of the fights or quarrels that some family people start having or developing amongst themselves is as a as a result of one party or the other. No.
You don't like big celebrations because you don't want to develop more enemies for yourself.
Well, not necessarily enemies alone, but yeah, maybe not to unnecessarily have some beefs that go warrant. I want to apologize for something much more sensible, not because you came to party, you did not eat and all of that. So yeah.
Okay, great. So we're moving on to a very important session, and this session I'm going to be asking you questions about proverbs.
About proverbs?
Òwe lẹ́ṣin ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ṣin òwe.
Ẹni tọ́lọ́pàá mú tó lóun ò gbá wóró òun ò gbá kọ̀nàkọ̀rọ̀. Okay, continue. Òwe now, you want to win?
Anyway, guys, so there are proverbs in Yoruba land, of course. Like, you know what proverbs mean. And I think that these proverbs are very, very important because you could want to pass across an important information to somebody and you don't want to tell them directly.
So you're going to be asking me like meaning of Owe?
Just listen.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to be telling him to interpret some of the proverbs, but also complete them. So I'll say it halfway and it will complete and then tell me what it means to him. Okay? I think this is going to be fun. So for everyone you miss, for everyone you get wrong, what are you going to do?
If I get it wrong, I sip water.
What do I want to do with your water? Or with your water? For every single one you get wrong,
yes,
you need to bring a new subscriber to the channel. Okay. Nah. So
that's not a fair deal. That's not a fair deal.
So what do you want? No.
I'll sing for you.
No. You're a terrible singer.
I'm a terrible singer.
Yeah, you are. You know. So let's just.
Should I sing one song at least?
No, guys. Believe me on this. It does not know how to sing.
No.
So that's it. You bring a new subscriber. See that they subscribe like this, and you tell me that one other subscriber has joined. That's it. Because we're not going to go to heaven and go and tell him just to come and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's it. Okay.
I will play the ministry of Paul and Apollo, but don't forget, God gives the increase too. Okay.
Number 1. Ilé ọba tó jóná.
Ẹwà nìyẹn bùsì.
What does that mean?
It means that.
Guys, I will. Okay, yeah, you're giving the.
Wait, am I supposed to also ask you, or you're gonna ask me? Okay.
No, I'm asking you. You're the guest.
Okay. So the interpretation is just that when something does not work well for you temporarily, it's only paving a way for something bigger.
What happened to you?
It's plenty now. It's not like.
Okay. Second of all,
okay, there are 2 responses.
If I slap you, the correct response. The correct response.
No, let's bless your viewers.
No,
really.
The correct response.
Okay. Igi gogoro magumi lójú. Okay. Gogoro. Latin wo.
Wrong. 1 subscriber.
Wait. Igi gogoro magumi lójú. Okay. Something Latin wo now.
If you cannot say it correctly, I'm not going to correct.
Yeah, let's retract. Igi gogoro magumi lójú. Okay, Latin wo.
Well,
don't be mean.
It means
don't be a mean lecturer.
Atokere, Latin wo.
What is the difference?
So what does it mean?
Meaning is igi gogoro magumi lójú. Okay, when you see danger, don't let it approach you before you flee. Really? You have to think about it. Shomo Yoruba.
I will send you away from this show. That's it.
But really, that's what it means.
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
I
you
believe
should know
so.
so. Okay.
Okay. ẹni tí ò bá níyà.
Okay, I really don't know it, but I know I've heard it, so let me just guess. Ẹni tí ò bá níyà kò kí ń ké wágbà. Kò kí ń ẹni tí ò bá níyà kò kí ń like basically kò kí ń misbehave.
Misbehave is say Yoruba language.
Ẹni tí ò bá níyà kò kí ń ṣe wágbà.
Wrong. Ẹni tí ò bá níyà kò kí ń gbégbó ẹ̀yìn.
Ibo ló máa ń gbé sí.
So guys, I'm going to be giving you the direct translation of this. Ẹni tí ò bá níyà kò kí ń gbégbó ẹ̀yìn. One subscriber for you. Ẹni tí ò bá níyà kò kí ń gbégbó ẹ̀yìn. And it means that if you don't have a mother, if you don't have a guardian, if you don't have somebody who can help you, for example, you don't misbehave. Yeah, you don't put yourself into trouble because nobody is going to save you. That's what it means. Kò sí nǹkan tó mọ̀.
Bẹ̀lẹ̀. Olùmọ̀ràn.
Kò sí nǹkan tó mọ̀. Nothing. The next one. Odò tó bá gbàgbé orísun.
I'll say we have Orisun TV, right? So hello DSTV. Perfect Benny.
What does it mean?
Yeah, if you forget your source of strength, you're just gonna end up dry, died. So basically, if you're doing anything and you forget where you're coming from, it's an avenue for looming destruction.
Okay. We come. That's like 4. 5. If my siblings are watching this, I'm going to laugh at this. Ẹni tó bá ní jọ̀bọ̀jọ̀bọ̀ lápá.
Have liposuction. No problem, man. I really don't know that. I've heard that before.
I've mentioned it to you before. I'm too sure.
Maybe modern Owe. Something
that I learned in my secondary school.
Again.
Anyway, ẹni tó bá ní jọ̀bọ̀jọ̀bọ̀ lápá kò kí ń dáṣà mo kíọkíọ.
Bitter, explain.
It means that I don't know how to explain this really. Like, ẹni tó bá ní jọ̀bọ̀jọ̀bọ̀ lápá kò kí ń dáṣà mo kíọkíọ. It's similar to if you don't want people to know that you have a problem, you shouldn't like put the problem outside. Something like this. Yeah. It's something in that direction. Yeah. Ẹni tó bá wọ aṣọ àlà.
Kò kí ń lọ sí ibi ilé shop elépo. I know Epo has to be involved, right?
If you cannot say completely Yoruba, that's another subscriber for you.
Ẹni tó bá wọ aṣọ àlà kò kí ń lọ sí ibi ẹ̀yìn ibi tó ń ṣe pọ̀. I'm still in a loop, so it's not like
Which loop?
The loop of the way. The loop of understanding the way. So you're saying the right thing.
So that's the second subscriber for you, right?
Technically, it wasn't like okay.
Ẹni tó bá wọ aṣọ àlà kò kí ń lọ sí ìsọ̀ elépo.
What is all of this now? What is this cheating? Ẹni tó bá you said
You said to him lọ sí shop elépo. Ṣé shop wà Yorùbá ni? Is shop a Yoruba word? Is shop a Yoruba word?
You only need to put the army. You don't need to shop. Put dot under the S. O.
Which army will be on it? I mean, you don't know. Yoruba word, you don't know. Nothing.
I don't know. S, put dot under it.
Put army under your name. On top of your name.
On top of my name? Which of my name? Ayodeji.
Ayodeji.
Ayodeji. It's something simple. Ayodeji. Yeah, so the first, I don't know. Remember though.
This boy.
Ayodeji. Like on the A, it goes backward.
If you say any other thing, I will put this.
On the A, it goes backward, yes or no?
What is backward? Orúkọ wo ló ń jẹ́? What is the name of the army?
Really?
Yeah.
Is it not do? Ayodeji. Do mimiri. Stop it now. Wait,
I'm ashamed. Oh my God, I don't this guy. I'm ashamed of him.
Yeah. Say it. You did it.
No, you will go and research it and come and tell me afterwards.
Was it research? This is not it.
See,
Take it down.
this video is to tell you that you should go and research about your culture. Know your culture, because I don't know, if I rate you over 10 now, you are failed.
Because you're the teacher, so if I were to be the host as well, I could ask you.
I didn't read anything before I came in. Opo.
Okpo but one hang on. I mean Okpo. The place is just plenty on my own side. It's not the Yoruba.
Get out. So know your culture. Don't come to my show and come and fail your culture. So anyway, thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate your time. And I might not be calling you anytime soon because you already finished the food I gave you. But please learn more about your culture. Learn more. It's ideal that you know at least how to put army on your own name. Okay? The Lord bless you so. All right, guys. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining this show. I will see you on the next show. And of course, remember to subscribe. And don't forget that my name is Olamide Olabimpe Olayiwola. See you. Cheers. Okay, for example, you're older than me, right? And I did.
Yeah, okay. Well, technically, I could have been able to born you if I started burning when they should be born. But...
And the guy prostrates to.
This one is sweet though.
Is it okay to on YouTube?
Say it on YouTube. If you get to where you want to get to.
Okay. Okay. Nothing no more.
Jobo. But your body on you.